Let's play the French again in honor of France. Let's play d5.
And the Oscar goes to Hikaru Nakamura.
I feel like in Europe specifically, it's I'm gonna play the French now. If you're in Europe, I feel like more people use Android than Apple. Of course, if you're very rich, you use Apple because it's like a status thing in Europe. But most people, I believe, use Android, so that'll be pretty big. It's really fun how much you are the Norwegian newspapers. I don't speak Norwegian. I mean, I obviously am Scandinavian, so I probably should, but unfortunately, I don't. Oh, let's go bishop b4 here. Thanks so much to the Steiner for the 10 gifted subs. Thanks so much to the Steiner. Appreciate it. Thanks so much to Steiner. Okay, now I push the pawn. He's gonna have to lose a bishop or a knight for a pawn because my queen guards the pawn, so I just win something here. I'll just retreat my bishop and see I queen guard, so he takes, I take. Either way, he's losing one of these two thingies for a pawn. A pawn is worth 1, a bishop or a knight, they're both worth 3. So this is the most basic trick that exists in the game of chess. Steiner taking strong number 1? He might, yeah. Steiner is OP. Yes, Steiner. Yeah. Blackmar Deemer is not on my list of openings. For those of you guys who are wondering, here's a list of openings. I'll just put it back in chat once again so you have some idea. Steiner is Jeff Bezos. Watch out. I'm pretty sure Bezos has more important things to worry about right now. Let's just bring the queen back, and now I guard the pawn with my queen. Let's just develop. Now I need to develop because I won the material. I've got the material advantage, but I need to bring my pieces into the game. Whoa, thank you so much to the Steiner for the 10 additional gifted subs. Thank you so much to the Steiner. Okay, I'm gonna kick the pony out. Let's trade the knights. Guess I'll go here, bring the knight into the game. I want to bring the knight out this way, but the pawn stops me. Bishop stops me, so I have no good squares for the pony here. Because pawn stops, bishop's in the way. So the other way to bring the knight is via the edge of the board. Let's just go bishop f6 and take. Bro, I love Hikaru's reaction every time. It doesn't matter, you guys. I might have been streaming for quite a few years now, but I'll always be very, very grateful when people sub. Like, they're spending their hard-earned money to sub to the channel. Thank you so much to the Steiner for the gifted sub. Thank you so much to Brandon TT for the 5 gifted subs as well. Appreciate it. I mean, people spending their hard-earned money. And you know, I would say on Kick, for example, you're probably in some ways you're doing it. You really are doing it because you love the streamer. I feel like on Twitch sometimes you're doing it because it's like, man, those ads, gotta get rid of them ads. So yeah. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. It'll never get old, you guys. Never get old. And also for me, especially as I said yesterday, like I mean, I have relatives who are literally living on $300 a month. They're living on Social Security for $300. That's all they have every single month. They get that from the government. That's all they live off of. And so no, I mean, when people spend their hard-earned money, it's very meaningful. Let's go check. Make the king have to go somewhere else. So yep, yeah. I mean, I can't have a different take because I mean, $300. $300. What is this, Russia? Surprisingly, you guys, even here in America, you know, things are pretty good, but you know, there are a lot of people who are not making a lot of money in America. I mean, it is the reality. Change the board to kick colors. That's a creative idea actually for down the road. I'm gonna go here and offer to trade the queens. I didn't think about that. Good idea. Yeah. Oh, good, you're still here. Yes, I'm still here, Scrub Lord. 5K streamer and kick already. Yeah. No, I'm very optimistic about the future. I am. Yeah. No, I am very optimistic. I'm really excited. I mean, I think some of the smaller chess streamers also that we're gonna have coverage of this very big $250,000 chess tournament starting in a couple of days. Here we're gonna have coverage of it on Kick, and I think some of the commentators we have, they do stream on Twitch right now, but you know, if they have a shot at 95.5, like I think there's a good chance a few of them might even switch over. Let's go here. He can't save the bishop, so he loses the king. We take, and now we do the math count. I have two extra priests here. I've got the 2 priests, and so I'm up by 6 because they're each worth 3. So now we'll just try to trade off the rooks, because generally these pieces, the knights, bishops, rooks, and queens are the most powerful pieces. You get rid of them, your opponent only has pawns. Pawns are good at the start of the game, but the pawns basically are like the guys who go out really early, the foot soldiers, to like create space for the other forces, but they're not powerful on their own generally. Of course, if they get to the end of the board, they become they upgrade, but otherwise they aren't that special. Let's go here. I think this is checkmate. Bishop covers the king, covers the rook, the other bishop covers the square. Yeah, because the king can't go. It can't go because the priests cover them both. They cover both squares, and the bishop covers the rook, and I capture the king next move. Okay, let's play a different opening. Who came up with this game? I don't know, you guys. I think they say the chess either originated about like, I think it's about 1600 years ago, around 500 BC, and either in India or ancient Persia, one of those two places. I think there are debates about which one it is, but it originated in one of those places. Of course, at that time, I mean, everything's kind of the same thing. Play the Karo Khan. I'm gonna play what we call the advanced Karo Khan here. I've read India. It's either India or ancient Persia. I don't know which one it is. Thank you so much to Evictiatus for the 5 gifted. So yeah, is there a link to the video of your favorite openings? We have a link to the specific. Let me get it from my mods. We did a tier maker video on many openings. This is just one, beginner, intermediate, advanced. So I'm going to get the links for the specific one related to this, so you guys can go watch it if you want to. So I'm going to develop here now. When you play this advanced structure, you're always trying to create what we call a pawn chain. So like, see, the pawn is not super powerful, but what it does do here is it takes space. So you can't put like the bishop here or the knight here. So the pawn takes the space, and it creates space for like my forces to start jumping a little bit. I'm going to go here and create my chain. Yeah, so thank you so much, you guys. Thanks for the support. Love you guys. Play bishop d3 and castles. I mean, you guys are making it very welcoming here at the start as well, so I do appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Was Vedat sacrificing the king the first time something happened? Yeah. No, I mean, I might do some poker down the road, you guys, maybe, but yeah, that's I might do that down the road, but we'll see. Play rook e1 and knight b2. How is chat so far? Chat is amazing. Chat is incredible here. When I was on the purple site, I felt like every 5 minutes, like, so first things first, there's obviously the viewer Andes. Like if I've just started something, I was like, you have no viewers, viewership is low. Everyone's talking about the viewership being super low all the time. Then of course there's another streamer everyone would talk about nonstop, and it's just like, it becomes very grating at some point. It really does. So I'm gonna take and I have this great tower that's targeting the pawn. I'm spying the pawn here. First big chess player in the history of chess. There are many players who are famous, but I would say the first players who got recognition for being great at the game of chess were probably in like the 1700s in Europe, very specifically in France. I was about to say French, but in France. There was this Café de la Régence, which was in Paris. I think in like the 1800s. It no longer exists, very sadly. But the best chess players in like the late 1700s into the 1800s, that's where they played. That's probably the first time chess was really viewed in a special light. Maybe even earlier. No, de la Régence, R-E-G-N-C, not la Régence, la Régence. But anyway, okay, we're speaking English, not French. We speak American here. Let's trade the rooks. I will play bishop f4, queen d2, and rook e1. So yeah, so basically there's that. Maybe even earlier there was a Spanish priest, which probably is why bishops are called priests. There's a Spanish priest called Ruy López de Segura, who was in Spain, and he created one of the best openings of all time called the Ruy López. Let's just take and take. I would say that besides the occasional troll, the chat on Kick is overall much more civilized, positive, and overall it sucks. Nah, but come on, you guys, you gotta listen to that media. The media is telling you that it's unmoderated, it's terrible, everything is bad. It's all bad, right? I mean, that's all the headlines say. I mean, it's bad. For all I know, you guys, now there's probably gonna be some article that comes out. This is like, it's gonna be like, Hikaru, look, they're gonna turn me into some right-winger lunatic, even though I'm not. They'll probably be like, see, he's clearly spouting like all this right-wing stuff about media, blah blah blah. He's such a right-winger. So Yeah. Yeah. Let's play rookie 1 here and hit the queen. Anyway, yeah. Yep. Okay, what does it take to create an opening? It's almost impossible these days because most of the main openings are known. There have been openings that have been developed over the last like 300-400 years. You'd have to create an opening that you can play that doesn't lose, which is the big issue with technology. It's very hard to create something that's playable in like a game situation that doesn't lose its original. It's very, very tough. Now, normally when your opponent takes a piece and you have to stack the pawns, you want to capture towards these. This is what we call the center of the board. These two files, like these two rows, are considered the center of the board. So when you have to capture and stack pawns, you want to capture towards the center versus away. I actually realize I'm low on time. Talking too much. There goes the queen. Typical Botez gambit. Let's go here, knight g5. Oh, by the way, you guys, type exclam TL to get the link to the YouTube video. There's exclam TL. Am I running for president? No, I'm not, you guys. Okay, let's play. We're gonna go up to 3 hours on the speed run, and then I'll cover some chess in Iceland where people are playing. Alex is already in a bad spot. Check it out. I can't, because the problem is, like, this is another situation where it's like I've played chess my whole life and I've gotten to a very high level, but like if I say the truth, everyone gets angry at me. And if I sugarcoat it, I'm not being genuine. So it's like it's lose-lose for me to touch on certain topics related to chess. It's just, I mean, it's just bad. It's just bad news. So we're playing the Gucci piano here with bishop c4, knight f3, and castles. Play d3 here. 2028, I'll write you in. Okay, sure, whatever works, dude. Whatever. I mean, I'm not running for president though. Play rookie 1, knight f1. How do I make my arrow show to predetermined moves? Well, I can make a pre-move here. So for example, I'll show you pre-move. So I'm going to go here and I pre-move. This is what we call a pre-move. So I pre-move this move. So if he takes, I capture with the queen. This is what we call a pre-move. That's the first thing. Now, if you want to make actual arrows, you right click. That's what you do. Now I have a very funny trick here with bishop g5. Queen is kind of stuck. Knight guards the queen. Bishop covers the other light square. Is Botez ever going to be a WIM? Very unlikely. They're not taking chess seriously. They're doing content. So if you're not studying chess a lot at that level, there's zero chance. And also, Alexander's at an age where improvement is very, very difficult. Very difficult to improve. Generally, up to about the age of like 23, 24, you can have big improvement. Past that, the big improvement is pretty much non-existent. You should be the next FIDE president. I don't want to be a president of anything. I just want to entertain people, have a good time, and not deal with any of that stuff. Like if I can you imagine how bad it would be? Like if I actually ran for president, I mean I'm not, but if I ran for president, can you imagine the amount of clips that would be dug out of like the VODs and everything else to try and like go after me? Like it's just like I would never want to deal with that. You'd probably have these lunatics literally like living on YouTube and Twitch and Kick, going through my VODs and everything else, trying to find something I've said to make it controversial. They'd literally probably watch it for like 3 months straight to do that stupid OpX research and just like go after me. It's like, it's disgusting. Yeah, I mean, no joke, it's pretty disgusting. And everyone knows that's actually true as well. So I play d4, I get a big center, touch the bishop. He moves the bishop, he loses the pawn. So he takes, but now he has to go and he loses the pawn. Because I couldn't capture it because it guards, but now I force him to move the bishop or lose it. Take the pawn. I will just take with the pawn here. Kind of what you just did about pollution. Oh right, yeah, it's like I talked about pollution. Yeah, right. I'm just like, we're polluting this planet. I said we're polluting this planet, so yeah, they'd probably watch it. Like they'd take it and they'd be like, well, he's a lefty hippie with this environmental agenda. He's terrible. Let's play d5 here and e5. I can start pushing these pawns to the center of the board. I'm in great shape. Let's go b4. Feed the meat to the plebs, right? Feed that meat to them. Take and go e5. If he takes, I take. He takes, and I have this check which forks the king and the rook. Take. Temporarily I'm down a tower for a pony, but I have this move which I'm gonna win the king, so he's got to move the king, and then he loses the tower. Let's just trade everything down here, because now I've got a rook and a knight. He's only got a rook, and I should win. Thanks so much to GM Magnus Carlson for the 2 gifted subs. Cheers, Magnus. Thank you for the gifted subs. I hope you're doing well playing poker in Bratislava in Slovakia. Let's go here and just push the pawn. Yeah, big shout out to Magnus Carlson, the soon-to-be former world chess champion, because he's not playing the match. GM Magnus says thanks. Good one, Magnus. Thank you. Let's go rook e4 here. Keep going. Play a few more games, then we'll cover some chess tournaments and everything else. Maybe cover some poker too. Let's play the French again in honor of France. Let's play d5. Yeah, Magnus is playing a poker tournament in the city of Bratislava in Slovakia, because live poker is apparently banned in Norway, so all the Norwegians have to travel to Slovakia to play the Norwegian poker championship, because it's illegal in their home country. So there is a tournament going on, which I might cover later on if Magnus is still alive, or in the tournament, I should say. But yeah, no joke. They're playing the Norwegian poker championship in Slovakia, which to me is pretty comical. It's really funny. He's still alive. He's still in the event. Okay, I'll cover it a little bit later on if he's on the feature table. Go f6. As a 1/8 Norwegian, I'm offended that poker is banned there. Yeah. Well, you know my belief on all this stuff, like, because I played a lot of poker back in the old days. My belief is pretty simple. I mean, the only reason that like poker and some of the stuff is banned is because the good old government is not getting its fair share. It's not getting its cut out of that money. If the government was getting its fair share, I think everything would be legal. Like literally everything would be. So let's just take the bishop. Why do a lot of chess players play poker? Because poker is a game that has analytical skills, so you're generally thinking very analytically when you're playing hands. Of course, the problem with playing poker versus chess is that there is variance, there is luck, and you don't really know what the you don't really know you don't really know what the where was I going? You don't know the exact hands, you don't have precise information, so you can think you're good but you're not good. And when you're playing Hikaru is looking quite round today. Has he been skipping on his diet? I'm looking round. Probably just the camera. Honestly, I weighed myself the other day. I've lost like 6 pounds since in the last like week since I played that chess tournament. So, quite the opposite, if anything. Yeah, I mean, I weighed myself before I went to play the tournament in St. Louis, and I weighed myself like last night, and I was like 6 pounds less. 6 pounds less. Go here. Yeah. I have D's knights in the middle of the board. I go here, fork the queen of the rook. Do I like Ohio? I haven't been to Hawaii that much. Check out the bow test position. We'll do that in 10 minutes, you guys. We'll do that in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We'll do it in 10. Okay. While I've been talking so much, I've lost track of the score. I've been kind of riding as high ever since Rothstein rated me. So, I'll check in a second. Let's take the rook. Let's go here and play like rook e1. Oh, Magnus isn't playing. Oh, right, because it's probably Norwegian Poker Championship. There are multiple days, right? There are multiple day ones. I'm gonna go after the pawn here. Yeah. Is it true chess players lose weight? If you're not like eating a ton of food, yes, you will lose weight. Wow, he stopped the ice skater. Very good understanding from my opponent. Why am I not in Oslo, old man? Why would I be in Oslo? What's in Oslo? Sorry. Is there something in Oslo that I'm missing? I don't know. Do I think chess should be on sporting apps? Problem with chess, that I said many times, I think chess would be a great event to have betting on, except for the fact there's not enough money in chess to begin with. That's the problem. So the chances of collusion and bad things happening is very high. When you play a chess tournament, the top prize is $100,000. It's very good. But if you're going to say finish in the middle of the field and get like $10,000 or $20,000, there's a very high incentive to do something to get more money. To get more money through gambling on your own game. That's the problem. That's really the biggest problem. I mean, I feel like if there's some way that you could regulate it and basically like I mean, for example, if you get caught doing it, you're just automatically banned from playing chess forever. That's one thing that I think is reasonable. Like if there were rules out there that if you're found to have bet on your game, you're just flat out banned, you're never allowed to play competitive chess again, I think then you could maybe do it. That's the way I think you could do it. Yeah, I mean, like the Pete Rose situation with American baseball. I have queen h1 checkmate next move. There we go. Next game. Let me check my, what are we at? We're at 93, which equals, 1 second. What do we have? Do we have the English? I think we do have the English on our opening list. Or do we not have the English? Maybe we don't. So I'm gonna turn this into a ready with bishop g2 and knight f3. Let's turn this into a ready with knight f3 and d3. So yeah, if there was a way to prevent it, I think it would be very reasonable. What's the problem with betting on yourself? Because then you intentionally take a dive. You take a dive and lose the game on purpose. That's the problem. Yeah, it's illegal in other sports, but the difference is, like, in other sports, the reason that you can have it in such high volume is because if you have Tom Brady making $40 million a year, how is Tom Brady ever going to make a bet that is worth $40 million? He can't. There's just no way he can make that bet, right? So I'm gonna take the bishop here and move the knight back. I mean, Tom Brady can't. I mean, if Tom Brady goes to the casino and bets $40 million, well, people are going to notice. Like, if you're betting that much money, you're going to be moving the line heavily. So, like, that's the thing. It's just one of those things where the risk, there's no reward. But in chess, if it's like $10,000, I mean, $10,000 is much different. I bet 40 million he retires this year. He already is retired. Let's play more of the Danish gambit here. So yeah, again, I mean, it goes without saying that I think there's a way you can do it, but if you're gonna have it in chess, you have to have very, very strict regulations, very strict, that it can only be done on top level tournaments, I would say, like above a certain rating. And if someone's caught like betting on themselves or betting on their opponent, like, you're permanently banned. Like, you're never allowed to play competitive chess again. If you have those strict regulations, I think it's possible to do it. Because I don't think for a top player the risk reward of making like $100,000 is worth it. If someone could make like $1 million, then yes, it's different. But again, yeah, I don't know, but there have to be certain things in place. Thanks so much to the Steiner for the 10 gifted subs. Thanks so much to the Steiner. Let's just take and take. I've been told in the live broadcast that Magnus busted. Oh, Magnus busted out of the Norwegian Poker Championship. Oh, that's sad. Yeah. Thanks so much, Steiner, for the 10 gifts. He had to go find another credit card to use. Thanks so much, Steiner. This looks very similar to Twitch, but if it yields better cuts for the streamer, I'm all for it. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time, you guys. I'm actually enjoying I'm enjoying the like less chaotic chat. I gotta be honest, I am. I'm really enjoying it. He's targeting the pawn, but I don't care about the pawn. Oh, that's a horrible move that I just played. I might have to work to win this. What's so bad about betting on yourself? I mean, it just you can't allow it. How is life right now on a 1 to 10? It's pretty good. I'd say it's like a 9. I'd say it's like a 9. I'm gonna go for the kill with knight g5. Try to checkmate him in the corner. The win score, I will update it this game. Well, let me double check because I'm doing it manually by hand. So I'm at 64, so this will be number 65. So I'm gonna play one more game and we're gonna adjust it to 66. Let me take a look. Let's play e4. Plays Caro-Kann. I only have the advanced Caro-Kann as being good. I don't have the exchange or anything else, so I'll just keep playing the advanced Caro-Kann. Quick development. 1 2 3, bada bing, bada boom. Let's go c3. Thank you so much to Steiner for the 10 additional gifted subs. Thank you so much to the Steiner. You are the man. Thank you. Let's go here in castle. Yeah, thank you to Steiner for the 20 gifted subs. Appreciate it. You're the best, man. Thank you. What is my height? I am 5'7.5" on a good day. Probably closer to 5'7" though. Go here, develop the knight. 5,100 on day 2 here is remarkable. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest, like, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time. I mean, you know, it's great. It's great. Also, you know, the other great thing about it is, like, for better or worse, I accidentally have gone on some Reddits and read some of the comments, and everyone's like, I've seen comments where like, oh man, he had 3,000 viewers, he's dead, he's gonna fade into obscurity, he's done, blah 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 blah. And so it is kind of nice from that standpoint to see it, because it's just funny. It's just funny to see that. Okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna lolly him on G7. I'm gonna get check him with a lolly here in Queen H6. Yeah, let's go here. Here comes the lolly checkmate, named after Jean-Baptiste Lolly, the famous Italian chess player, not named after something else. And it's just, I can even pre-move it. The king is stuck. It's called the Jean-Baptiste Lolly checkmate, because Jean-Baptiste was a famous Italian chess player who played chess in like the 1700s, and he created that checkmate. I'm gonna play Siciliano. Thanks so much for popping buckets for the 5 gifted subs. Which I have the dragon on my list, so I'm gonna play the dragon here. Goal is to get to 3,000. If Reddit React is good, I will definitely do it. Yeah, no, I'm having a great time, you guys. Go here and play the dragon. How does kick sub percentage differ? It differs a lot, you guys. This is a dragon because this formation is the constellation Draco. The pawn formation is Draco, of course, which is the dragon. So go here. You get 95% versus 50%. I mean, that it's like, it's obscene. It's just obscene. I guess I'll go here and take and castle. I mean, it's obscene. Yeah, thanks so much to Steiner for the 10 gifted subs. Now I'm gonna develop quickly here, try to target this this file. Let's just castle the king out, and I'm gonna try to do something here with the knight. A lot of pressure here. Go here, target the queen, target the bishop. What content will I stream on Twitch? I mean, I might do one day, maybe one day of stuff, but that's it. You're unbelievable at chess. Thank you so much. Yeah. By the way, for those of you guys who are wondering, did Kick already fix the tab issue? Did they already fix the tabbing out issue where like you tab out and come back, the quality goes down? It's just checkmate here. There we go. Let's play one more. Wow, so they fixed that within like 6 hours. That's insane. That's actually insane. Can you imagine if there was an issue like that on Twitch? There's zero chance that would get fixed. My opponent tried to go for the classic 4-move checkmate. I'm not having any of that. Good d5, attack the bishop. Thank you so much to the Steiner for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much to the Steiner. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just take, I have double pawns, but I have a great like consolidated center of pawns here. I've got this nice pawn mass. I can play rook here, bishop here. Look at the bishop scoping him. Check. Bishop's on this great diagonal for the scope. I can scope him the other way too. Let's go here. He's getting scoped hard. Steiner's having a sub war himself. Yeah. Hammer is saying viewers need a vacation from looking at Alexander's position. Okay, I guess we're going to be going there in a second after this game. Let's go here, and his queen is dead. The rook covers the squares. He can't go anywhere. Like, all these squares are covered by the tower, so he can't go, and the bishop covers these squares, and the queen guards the bishop, so he just lost the bishop. If this is king of the game, it's checkmate, but because it's queen, it's not over, but losing your queen is just too much. Does anyone know how Hikaru gets his hair to look so good? I'm a very basic person, you guys. Thanks so much to Steiner for the 10 gifted subs. I use Paul Mitchell original formula shampoo. So that's what I use. I think I started using it because I went to get a haircut at Supercut some time ago, and there was this like older Asian lady who did my hair, and she's like Asian, for Asians, like they've got this very oily hair, so she just used it, and I've been using that ever since. So yeah, why not? Is it a long stream? Of course, every stream's long. My opponent offered me a draw. I'm gonna hit this X, no draw. This will be number 68 when I win this game, I believe, or 67. The classic Paul Mitchell story, yeah, you guys. I mean, I'm nothing if not consistent. There's certain stories that, yeah, it's what it is. Although, you know what's annoying? They don't have Paul Mitchell. They don't have it at Costco. Unfortunately, they don't have it at Costco, so I can't like get it in bulk on the cheap, which is annoying. But it's what it is. My favorite checkmate is probably the smothered checkmate. It's just like the most exotic. And yes, you can take that in it for whatever, but it's a pretty cool checkmate. Okay, that let's do one more to get it to 69, right? What am I at? Let's play the Caro-Kann this time. Okay, so this won't be, let me double check my scoring. This will be number will be number 69 when I win this game. 69. So let's just update the score ahead of time, because I will win this game. This will be number 69. A very good score. Go here, a knight f5. Very nice, yeah. What if Hikaru is wearing a wig? That's true. Theoretically possible, but I'm not. What do I think of Sneeko? I don't have an opinion. Thanks so much to Steiner for the 10 gifteds. I mean, I saw that he was I saw that he and Charlie got into it. I mean, Charlie being a Florida man, I mean, kind of went over the top, but hey, yeah, I don't know too much. Alexander's position is okay again. I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know, because Hammer's also Hammer's a super grandmaster, so his evaluations are going to be a lot more like objective, looking at with like perfect play. So who knows? Does Kick have annoying ads like Twitch? No, sir. No ads on Kick. No ads. So even if you don't sub to the channel, you get no ads. So it's win-win. If you sub, you're supporting your favorite content creator and giving them 95% of the $5. And even if you don't have the money, the disposable income to sub, you still can watch and not have any ads. So it's all good. It's all great. It's great. I'm gonna stop the knight from jumping here. So yeah. Aren't these openings which you played in professional games? Yes, but there are openings that I'm not playing, specifically because at the beginner level, they're not appropriate. No ads is still too many ads for me. Yeah, exactly. No ads is too many. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, did Steiner gift more or not? I thought I caught Steiner's last one. Thanks so much to Steiner for all the gifted subs. There's a pawn. He hung a pawn. I guess I'll take with a knight here. Oh, he tossed 10 more. Oh, thank you so much to Steiner for the additional 10 gifted. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really excited for when Kick has the mobile app for Android, because I think once they have that, there are gonna be a lot of people watching outside the US as well, a lot more people, because Android is the dominant player. So it's gonna be really exciting. What's your take on the bow testers trying to start beef with what you said, then going casually win the next tournament? Ha ha ha. I don't have a real take for it. They're doing it for content. That's fine. That's, you know, it's the world we live in. But I have to say, like, it's always one of the things that really gets me going is all the people who are ready to like write me off like I can't play chess anymore. And that's one of the biggest motivating factors for me, is when these people act like I can't play chess anymore. That is like the single biggest, that's like all the motivation I need to just destroy them completely. By them, I mean like the people on the internet who say these things. Play here. Why is the counter 25 losses? So we had to get it set at the right rating at the beginning. We had to get it set to like the 500 level. That's why. Can streamers run their own ads and get paid direct by a company? Or is that not allowed? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I have no idea about that. Why wouldn't you be able to play chess? Well, they're basically saying like, I'm streaming, I'm doing all these things that professional chess players don't do. Some of you may know, some of you may not know, but professional chess players generally, they're like pretty insane. They spend like 10 hours every day studying opening strategies, these sorts of things. So there's sort of a viewpoint that if you're doing that, you're gonna not be able to play chess at the same high level, because obviously in the old days I used to study a lot more chess than I do now. So everyone's like, oh, he's streaming, doing these things, he can't play chess at that same high level, but I can. Thank you so much to the Steiner for the additional 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much to Steiner, appreciate it. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Okay, so we end for right now this 3 hours and 5 minutes and 33 seconds. We end at 1094. We're slowly pushing up to 1100. 69 wins. Very, very good start.